You know, our agent was out at the NATP convention, the National Association of Television Programming Executives.
Right.
And he was telling me he was sitting at a table and he saw Stuttering John having a meal with Brandon Tartikoff.
Ew.
So I said to my agent, is that what his career has come down to? And he said, who, Stuttering John's? I said, no, Brandon Tartikoff.
Ooh, he thought it was bad for Stuttering John.
Yeah.
He was Brandon Tartikoff.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's gotten real bad.
Seriously, Brandon Tartikoff was like kind of an important guy for a while. Now he's like having lunches with Stuttering John, banking his future on Stuttering John.
Unfortunately, I remember having a conversation with Stuttering John before he left, and he was telling me how he was going to sit with Brandon and talk and pitch him on a show.
Yeah.
Is this? I really believe that he was delusional.
Yeah.
And that this was not going to happen.
My agent saw it. What happened? Is Brandon Tartikoff a total loser now?
No, I mean, you kidding me? All the big guys in the business were coming up.
Yeah, they're coming up to him and saying, hey, remember when you were important? Brandon Tartikoff was the NBC.
He was the president, right?
He was the guy who picked all the shows. And then when he left that job, he figured, oh, now I'll go create the shows. It seems easy enough. And then he realized it's a lot more difficult creating the shows than picking the shows.
Why do all those guys eventually think they can create the shows?
Because everybody fails upward. Everybody.
They get to a point where they can't function.
I'm the only idiot who realized I'm only good at radio. I do a TV show. I'm doing radio. See? But, you know. No, it's funny.
So how did your meeting go, John?
It was a lot of fun.
So let me get this straight. Did you fly down with Brandon Tartikoff?
No, I flew on my own.
And then you got down there and you had a meeting set up with Brandon Tartikoff?
I went down to hang out at the bar with the executive producer of Last Call, a show that I'm doing.
What?
I went down to the bar to have a drink with the executive producer of Last Call.
Right.
You know, that's the show that I'm on.
Yeah.
So I got down there, and then Brandon showed up. And then
when he showed up, he was scheduled to join you.
Well, I didn't know if he was, but I guess he was.
How come you were telling me then that you were going out to talk to him?
No, Robin,
well, you're telling two different stories.
No,
Robin's
okay,
correct.
No. You're both correct. The first night, I didn't expect to see him that
correct?
night.
Myself or Robin?
I didn't expect to see him that.
Everybody's right but you.
Right. No, I didn't expect to see him that night, but the next day I knew I was hanging out with him. But I didn't expect the first night.
Just answer my question.
Yes, okay.
You had a scheduled meeting with Brandon Tartikoff.
Well, not the first night I was there. The second day I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Right, so you had a scheduled meeting with Brandon Tartikoff. Not the first night, the second night.
Who are we interviewing? Sophie B. Huck?
No, damn, I wish you were out of here.
No, I was confused because, you know, I know your agent was there. That's the night of the unscheduled meeting.
All right, whatever. Whatever the meeting was, Brandon Tartikoff felt he needed to have a meeting with you?
Oh, no, we just sat and talked about the show.
And what did you do? You pitched an idea for a show?
Well, no, I didn't actually get to the pitching part. I was just, you know, because I'm on his show already.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, we were just talking about the show and you know, how to make it better.
That's some show. He's consulting Stuttering John.
Stuttering John.
Yeah.
To learn how to make a show better?
That's amazing. Boy, that guy has fallen.
But he's got so
he is falling.
He's a big fan of yours, Howard.
Yeah, a real big fan. When he was the president of the network, he never did a damn thing for me. Oh, you know what he does? He comes up to me and he goes, you know, Howard, you are the future of television. And then he goes out and hires Johnny B. from Chicago, some DJ, and gives him a show.
And then Mark and Brian.
And Mark O'Brien. He hired Mark O'Brien.
I heard him give your agent an idea for your movie.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll pass.
He's talking to you about for advice.
No.
Anybody who talks to you for advice, I don't want to hear what their idea for the movie is. What was his idea? Maybe he knows something.
Could be an accident.
Yeah.
He's a very intelligent guy.
Oh, John. Look who's evaluating.
Yeah. You're not really qualified to do the evaluation.
Idiot. You know,
why is she an idiot? You are an idiot.
Howard, you know what? Because I hang out with her and we have great conversations. And then she comes here.
Because she's a phony in real life like everyone else.
No,
and she gets on the air and she tells you how she really feels about you.
Yeah, but she's lying right now. She's full of crap.
She's lonely sometimes, so she hangs out with you.
No,
I'm lonely?
Yeah.
No, I'm doing the show.
Oh, you know, Rob, you know.
That's even worse.
But
all Robin is saying is, how could you tell if someone was intelligent?
What do you mean? I think you're intelligent.
Yeah, but you can't tell if someone's... Everyone seems intelligent to you.
That's not true.
Okay.
I don't think Jackie's intelligent.
Jackie's very bright. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. So what was the outcome of the meeting? How'd you tell him to fix the show? if he puts more of you on?
Yeah, basically that's it.
More stutterers. Well, yeah, I pitched him on some show ideas. Yeah, you know.
Like what? Like what was your idea?
Well, there's one that I want to have on. It's you know, a stuttering show, like this one. You know that idiot who's on the computer, Ira.
Yeah.
You know, he's been arguing with me all the time. I want to have him, you know, because I don't believe in all his theories on you know, for, you know, stutterers. So I want to debate him, you know, him, and then we're gonna get Pat Leahy, who's a famous stutterer, and Pat Leahy. Pat Leahy.
Pat Leahy.
Yeah, and just have these, you know, and debate.
I thought you meant Pele, that soccer player.
Really, Pat Leahy.
And I just want to do it like a stuttering.
So you want to have a whole stuttering show?
No, just one half hour of it.
So, you mean you were pitching Brandon Tartikoff specific production ideas?
Talking. It wasn't like we were just having like drinking a couple beers and chatting.
And did he seem to enjoy your ideas?
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah? And when you got it from the table, you went, God, is that guy a retard?
No, I don't think he did.
What am I doing with my life?
No, see, a lot of people, only you think that. A lot of people don't think I'm such a retard.
Really?
Yeah, and even Robin doesn't think I'm a retard. She just likes to play that game.
What is it, Gary?
See, it's funny now, because John called from Vegas yesterday, and he wanted to talk to you in the morning.
Right.
Because he was complaining to me how uncomfortable it was talking to Brandon. Like, John didn't know what to say to him.
It's very difficult.
And he didn't know how to converse with him.
John listens to everything I say and then makes it part of his personality. That's John.
What do you mean? I called here? I don't understand.
No, you know I've talked about how difficult I am awkward in social situations and don't know what to say to people.
You're the only person who's awkward.
Excuse me. And you parrot everything I say.
Okay, Howard. Believe me.
You parrot everything
Howard,
I say.
I feel uncomfortable sitting to a guy who's.
All right, get out of here. Get out now. Get out now. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I have news to do with my Robin.
Yeah.
Who are you insulting?
With this idiot.
I'm going to do news with the idiot over there. Okay. Yeah, right. Good. All right. Get out of here. Get out. Yeah, okay. Get out now.
Yeah. New Steve Allen.
All right. Unbelievable. Brandon Tartikoff should be ashamed of himself.
He had to sit. I wonder. He said he hung out with John for a couple of hours.
You mentioned this guy was the president of NBC, and he's like, you know, he's kind of desperate because he started a production company and no one's seen any good productions yet.
Yeah, he's yet to get a show on that lasts.
He throws these shows on the air that air at 2 in the morning. Infomercials air at 2 in the morning. So then he's finally, I guess, in an act of desperation, sits down with Stuttering John. And John goes, okay, I have some ideas. Okay, what's your idea? Well, we could like get a guy on, and he could stutter. I'll talk to him about. It's like John is the Forrest Gump of media. Like suddenly he's meeting with Brandon Tartikoff, has no clue, and Brandon Tartikoff's listening. Like remember when Gump used to say stuff and people would misinterpret it and think, wow, he's
when they started running with him, waiting for him to say something like he had something profound to say.
Right, and then he would run for years, Forrest Gump, and then suddenly he would say something like, I have to go home, and all the people go, whoa, we're going home.
That's right.
And that's Brandon Tartikoff. He's sitting at a table with Stuttering John at NatB. Doesn't know who to meet with. Because you go to NatB, every show is the same. Everyone now has an Oprah show, except it's with young people. That's the new thing this year. Everybody, they just grab different young people.
And they put them in an Oprah or Ricky Lake setting.
Yeah, like Brian Wilson's daughter now has a show.
You're kidding.
No, but she's Ricky Lake. They said, let's get another fat teenager.
Wendy Wilson?
Wendy Wilson, the fat one. They got
I thought she was a
Carrie Wilson. She's the fat one.
Oh, she's the fat one.
Yeah. Carney Wilson. She's got a show, because they said, wait a second, she's young, she's fat.
She looks like Ricky Lake.
And she looks like Ricky Lake.
She could be a success.
Yeah. So they put her on. That's what they do now. Yeah. And might have a show, but it's the same show. It's the Oprah show. It's the Phil Donahue show.
Actually, yeah.
We're young people, and where black people yell at each other. And there's plenty of black people that go around for all these shows, evidently.
Got millions.
Right. White America has finally figured out what to do with black people. Stick them on these shows and watch them yell at each other.
You can watch
them. Go watch them. That's what we're doing with our black. Our whole black population is on talk shows. Yeah. There's so many people talking, there's no one left to listen. It's amazing. So everyone's so confused down there, doesn't know what to do. Brandon Tartikoff's desperate. He's meeting with Stuttering John.
He falls into a bar and starts talking to Stuttering John.
About television. I mean, talk about a nightmare.
Well, John has a lot in common with Brandon. They've both watched it.
Yeah. You know what I like? Stuttering shows. Gee, do you have any other themes you might want to... Because, like what happened is... This guy argues about stuttering.
We disagree about decisions on stuttering.
I need a tape of that meeting.
Really, he should have been wired.
I said to my agent, how funny was it? He says, well, it was cute. He says, it was John, like, sort of ingratiating himself to this guy.
And why did he call in here to talk to you about this yesterday morning?
Because he's, in the worst way, he wants me to promote that show that he's on.
Oh.
Everybody wants to use me to promote their little project, so they're all just, looking for the angle. Brandon probably said to him, why aren't you talking about it?
He's here every day, and he flies out to Las Vegas to call you.
Yeah. That's John. That's our boy.
And Brandon sat down to see what other ideas he had.
Right. And Brandon doesn't have a clue what to put on TV. I mean, he did when he was a programmer, because all these top guys used to come to him and say, hey, we have this show, we have this show, this show. Which one would you like to put on your network?
He used to be Natby.
Right.
Everybody brought him shows.
So now everybody goes over and says hello to him, but they could care less. He's in the same boat as everyone else.
You know what it is? He could hit again.
Right.
He could wind up at a network again.
No
and
chance.
They don't want to. It could happen.
Excuse me.
All the other...
If he's as busy with Stuttering John, there's no way it's going to happen
Let
again.
me just put it to you this way.
Yeah.
All the television executives could be on a plane that goes down. And Brandon would be the only one who still knew how.
You're saying lightning could strike twice?
No, I'm just saying that Brandon would be the only one left with any experience.
Yeah. Can't happen. Nobody's that lucky. Stuttering John. He's a pisser.
Not everybody sees him as such an idiot.
Yeah, name one person. Yeah. Who doesn't see... Raise your hand if you don't see Stuttering John as an idiot. I don't see any hands. Unless you guys have the OJ affliction where you can't put your hands over your head. I'd say that, yeah. I'd say there's arthritis going on.
Can I do something to you or something?
What, man?
Is there a reason why you're doing this?
No, I'm just saying it's funny that you met with Brandon Tartikoff. That's all. I'm just poking fun at the humor of the situation. You don't think that's funny?
You don't see it.
You don't think that Brandon Tartikoff is what? Is completely desperate?
See... No
offense.
I mean, you should have seen the people come up to him and...
Yeah, but that's like, all the comics go up to Soupy Sales and pay him homage. Doesn't mean he's great anymore. Well, he had his day. It's like, hey, there's Brandon Tartikoff. Remember when he was happening? They go up and they say, hey, remember when you were happening?
It's the same as condolences at a funeral.
Yeah, I mean, just because a guy goes over and says hi doesn't mean he's happening. Everyone in the whole damn Friars Club goes up to Joey Adams and pays honor to him. Doesn't mean he's happening.
The guy has an incredible track record.
Of what? He's never produced a hit show. What hit show?
Cosby Show.
No.
Family
He was
Talk.
the executive who hired the people who put on the Cosby Show. People came to him and said, we have a new Bill Cosby show. Would you like to see it? He said, okay. He looked at it and he said, hey, this is pretty good. I'll put it on.
It went across his desk.
Right.
Yeah. You're gonna say he created the Cosby Show?
But that's what people are doing to him now. They pitch him ideas.
Somebody named Marcy Carsey invented that show. I seen that on the credits.
And they weren't so sure it was going to be a hit.
Right.
That was a complete surprise to Brandon
Believe me,
Tartikoff.
it was a complete surprise to Bill Cosby, who had a string of losers. So if he's so smart, why doesn't he put Cosby in something new and develop something new for him?
Yeah, where's his next sitcom?
Or find the next Cosby. Instead, he's sitting at lunch talking to you about a show that airs at 2 in the morning.
Not in all markets. Sometimes it's earlier.
Okay, there you go.
Should I talk to Bill Cosby or John?
Let's see. Well, Bill Cosby's pretty big
Maybe
star.
he's now into doing the impossible.
Right. Super programmer. What track record does he have? He knows less about television than you do.
Well,
what?
It's my understanding that he's a very...
No, that's a hype. You know what hype is? The whole business is built on smoke and mirrors. The whole business. There are those that can truly create, and there are those that can only look at the creator. Thank you. Explain that to your friend. All right? He could kiss my ass. I could just call Vegas. Let's call Vegas right now, Robin, and find out the odds on Brandon Tartikoff reviving
that career.
The odds for reviving him are the same as reviving Walt Disney from that block of ice. Right? Right?
Just about, yeah. I think actually Walt has a better chance.
Yeah, because all they got to do is defrost Walt. He's got some ideas.
Yeah, give him a few shocks, a few jolts. He might come back to life.
Right. And they'll find a way one day. Walt Disney will be back with us.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about Brandon. Oh, yeah.
Now, whether he'll still have it or not, that's another question.
My agent said it looked like it was the saddest thing he ever saw.
You know, see your agent. There's a guy I'm just as uncomfortable with talking to as Brandon.
Who?
With your agent, I'm very intimidated by too. I mean, I get intimidated. You know, I get intimidated.
Now, who cares who you're intimidated?
I know, but I'm saying.
Of course, you should be intimidated. You've done nothing your entire life. Of course, you're intimidated. You've produced nothing.
Look at the face that you have, Robin.
What do you want from Robin? She didn't say a word.
Because
get out. Get out. Get out now. Now you've insulted Robin again. I'm not going to stand. I'm not going to stand for it.
All right,
get out.
I won't insult her.
Well, get out anyway.
He has nothing more to say to you.
Did you spit all over him when you were stuttering?
Of course he did.
I hope.
Brandon, were you stuttering a lot? Was he laughing at you?
I did spit on one executive's jacket, and it was like one of those white spits, and I had to I was talking to him, he just kind of kept on rubbing.
Somebody told me who was at Nappy, other than my agent, that he saw Morton Downey's having a television show, and they had this whole big booth for Morton Downey. They have booths. Yeah. So they had this whole big booth, and Morton Downey was like in this big carpeted booth and the whole thing, and there was like one guy in there with him, like, you know, talking. It was like, you know, he's going to commit suicide any day.
Nobody over to check it out.
Yeah, right. Like one or two people like shaking his hand. Yeah. You know he's going to commit suicide any day now. I mean, come on, it's over. It was over 5 years ago. Now it's really over. 5 minutes. Remember Donahue was having him on? He was walking up and down the...
Yeah, right. A couple of times.
Next big thing. Womp, womp.
Donahue won't have one now. No. Now when he really needs it.
Yeah. I heard Morton Downey turned down a meeting with Brandon Tartikoff. That's how bad things were. Brandon Tartikoff flew out to Vegas to meet with John. How come he had to meet you out in Vegas? Like, why couldn't you guys?
I went there because of the napkey. Napkey.
What was that?
Whatever it's called.
Napkey?
Napkey.
No, napkey's what you wipe your face with after you eat. As in, could you please pass the napkey?
But there's a lot of people there. Gary Shanley.
Dude, you went to Nappy and you don't even know the name of it.
Nappy, I know it.
Yeah, Nappy. You know what it stands for?
Yes.
What?
National Association for Television Production Executives.
It's close enough.
And
one of those words might have been wrong.
Pamela Anderson was there.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
She's going out with Arsenio?
No. She wanted me to tell you that's not true. They're just friends. Somebody saw them at eating one night, and they made up that whole thing.
All right.
And she's single.
Yeah. Tell her to come in here, man. I'm ready for that. I'll give her a good time.
And Gary Shanley was there, and Geraldo.
You didn't nail Pamela Anderson. I'll kill myself if you tell me that.
I tell you, I did.
You didn't get intimidated there, did you?
Well, it was weird because there was old photographers around, but I did ask her for her home number.
Yeah.
Well, she said she's moving 10 days, but she was willing to give it to me, but there was people around. We didn't have a pen.
She's always moving.
Yeah. She's moving. If she nails you, I'll jump from a bridge.
Ooh, I'll push you.
I'll push you. All right, thanks, John.
No, you just get John and throw him from the bridge.
Yeah. Throw her and him from the bridge. All right, man, thank you. You get laid out there?
No, I didn't have time, but there was...
He's too busy meeting.
So many hot girls, I couldn't believe it.
Really? Okay, I got to start the news. Let's start the news. I mean, I'd love to talk to you some more, but I can't. I got to move on. Poor Brandon Tartikoff.
He's glaring at me. What the heck is wrong with him? John just left. He just glared at me like he could kill me.
Should get the E-camera foul.
Yeah.
What is his problem?
Anyway, where were we?
We weren't anywhere. We're starting.
Weren't we at Napkey? Napkey.
Was it Napkey? Yes.